What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to F1 24 Driver Career Mode for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And if you missed last episode earlier on today, it was Monza, and we broke a record, ladies and gentlemen, for the most wins in a rookie season. The record was previously held by people such as Jack Villeneuve and Lewis Hamilton with 4 rookie wins apiece, but we have bagged 5 rookie wins this season, and yeah, we have cemented our name in the history books quite early on, to be honest. So we now currently stand P2 in the driver standings, quite a ways off of Max Verstappen. Statistically, there is still a chance that we could win the championship by the end of the season, but I highly doubt it, and to be honest, that's not my aim, that's not my goal. I'm not going towards it, and I really don't think the car is up to snuff for that anyway. But you know, there's still a good chance that we can bag P4 in the Constructors. Of course, we are basically going head-to-head with Fernando Alonso, as Alonso is in pretty much the same position I'm in and is heavily carrying his team, just like I'm carrying my team. But Albon's doing well as of late. He got really unlucky last time out with a bit of an engine issue and dropped out of the points, but he was looking on for like a P5 finish, somewhere around there. It was looking really, really good for him. So it is such a shame that at a track that we were clearly very strong at, he wasn't able to have the facilities to do that. And Stroll, just to rub salt in the wound, was also able to get a P10 and bagged a point for Aston Martin. So we're currently 2 points off of Aston Martin. There's still a good chance, and we're still going to fight towards the end of the season. In terms of vehicle components, we're pretty much alright for everything except for maybe the turbocharger, which is currently 43%, but we'll obviously replace that when it hits 50. But other than that, we're pretty much all set for pretty much everything else, and we're all set to go into Baku. So, wow. Okay. That took a lot of oxygen. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. I did run back upstairs after refilling my bottle, so maybe that is what it is. But yeah, let's check out our manufacturing expert, who provides key insight into, you know, the upgrades for the R&D. So this is definitely someone we'll want to upgrade. So complete 3 sessions without damaging your car. Complete 5 laps using at least 2 different engine components during a race weekend. I don't know if we could do that. I don't know if we can do either of those. We will obviously try to do this one then. Set that goal. Open the DRS slot for more than 50 seconds. Oh yeah, that'll definitely be open a lot of the time in Baku. So yeah, we'll have that there. Power unit consultant. Finish in a better position than your teammate or in qualifying. We'll go with that one in the race. We tend to finish ahead of Albon in the race. Fewer than 2 corner cutting warnings / penalties. Alright, yeah, we can do that. Alright, so we got a bunch of upgrades coming in. We got the ICE reliability testing for the ICE, as well as the MGUK, and then we've got a whole plethora of rear floor under tray that is completely getting redone just before this Grand Prix. So we got 1, we got 2. But they're not performance related anyway, at least not speed related. Let's see what happens. They both failed!
To come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what
the only ones that mattered to me failed. Ah, damn it. And they ain't going to come until after the Singapore Grand Prix neither. Oh my god, that's awful. Jesus. Okay, they'll be arriving at the same day as well, so they'll be arriving for the Texas GP, which would be nice actually, because that's our next sprint weekend as well. But man, could have really used those for the next couple of Grand Prix. That sucks. But either way, it's time to get into the Baku City circuit. Let's do this. It's a lot later in the calendar this time, and it's not a sprint weekend neither, so very different this time out compared to F1 23. Alright. Let's have a look at R&D, see who's brought in upgrades. Red Bull have brought in some upgrades. And Kicksauber have. Everybody else, Mercedes have brought in some minor upgrades, but that is really about it. Most others have stagnated. And more importantly, Aston Martin seem to have stagnated. So, yeah, that's pretty good for us. Alright, messages. We've got no news on the new regulations just yet, but if I remember... If I remember rightly, in F1 23, the new regulations came in as we were about to start the Singapore Grand Prix. Now, I don't know if the Singapore Grand Prix has moved in terms of rounds or whether everything else around it has moved. But, you know, we got news about potential new regulations coming last time out in Monza. So, I'm assuming we get those new regulations announced for Singapore. That would make sense. But yeah, without further ado, nothing really much to say. Let's go FP1, and we still haven't got track acclimatization as a practice program, funnily enough.
Stretched along the shores of the Caspian Sea, we've taken over the streets of Baku. Plenty of testing and adjustment needed here in free practice.
Oh mate, this looks awesome. Looks way better than it did in F1 23. But then again, I'm coming from last gen F1 23 to current gen 24, so... maybe they have done some touch-ups, because I know to some tracks they've definitely made them look a bit different. You know, Jeddah's one of the more obvious ones, so...
we're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go.
Okay, track's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone.
Yeah, so Baku was one of the most difficult circuits in F1 23. It was very difficult. A lot of the tracks were really difficult in F1 23. But that was a good thing, you know? A lot of the tracks have been made a lot easier for this game, however. So... I think... well, I mean, I've already played it. So I know that you can definitely have an easier time of it, but... yeah, they've definitely... I mean... Baku really looks good when you factor in the new graphics. Well, not the new graphics, but... you know what I mean? When you jump across generations, Baku certainly looks very, very different. But there's a lot less on show as well, like it's a lot more claustrophobic in a lot of the areas. Which is still very, very cool. But yeah, some of these corners you'd really have to... like that corner right there, you would really have to slow down for in F1 23, otherwise you were never going to make that corner. And you could lose... like basically, against the AI you'd lose so much time.
Monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Right, whatever. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on the MG UK and the turbocharger. Turbocharger might need to be replaced as early as next episode. Alright, we're going to put this... no, we'll keep it on medium for now. Yeah, so we'll do a couple laps on the hards before pitting and starting our practice programs. Little nick on the wall there. But that didn't affect the tyres. No, it didn't. Oh my god! 0% tyre wear. I'm pushing, bro. And that's on the hards. The hards might be really good around here. But if there's no tyre wear on the hards, then imagine how little there'd be on the other tyres. That's absolutely crazy, that. 0% across the majority of the lap. 2% at most. That is crazy. Keep an eye on that. That's crazy. I've never seen such little tyre wear. I thought there would have been a lot. Alright, you know what, let's put this on hot lap. Let's see how much we spend. Ricardo's coming out. But yeah, since you could take a lot more of the curbs in this game, Baku is made so much easier. Which isn't necessarily a good thing. If you're just getting into F1, it's a great thing. You know, but for someone who's been playing for a while now, meh. But you see that I made so much time on that corner. It's crazy. It's a lot more of an easier game. And I just prefer 23. I really do. There's a lot of things that I really like that this game does. So I don't necessarily regret the purchase. I regret getting it at launch and spending what I did on it, but I definitely, since it's on offer now, like a month later, definitely would have gotten it around now. Because it is a decent game. 70 quid worth though? Nah. You know? And if you were happy enough with F1 23, like, really no point getting this game. At all. I'm looking forward to going back to F1 23 and, you know, seeing through the lens of hindsight how that game compares to this one, and seeing if I could back up saying that game was good, because I did a lot of the time during 23 say it was better than 20, and then I went back to 20 to back up those claims, and I stand by them. I do think in a lot of ways that 23 is better than 20, particularly on the way the cars feel and the physics and stuff. I think 23 was the peak of the franchise so far. That's why when, you know, 24 was announced and they announced, you know, EA Sports Dynamic Handling, it was one of the things I was skeptical for from the beginning, you know? Don't get me wrong, I still stand by my statement of I appreciate the handling change. That doesn't make 24 better, you know? I appreciate the change so that the game feels different at the very least, and I suppose that's the intention behind it, but it's not necessarily a better handling model, it's definitely not a better physics model, you know? So, you know. But I'm looking forward to seeing what F1 25 does, because those are made by the same guys who made 23, and it's looking like it will be like 23, where it takes this game, completely improves on it, and just makes the game harder. So, you know, the curbs will be lethal again next year, like 23 was compared to 22. And I feel like that could be really cool. I feel like F1 25 might be a game to remember, so maybe that's the games to keep an eye on, you know? Those are the games that really push the gameplay of the F1 game and make it better, whereas the guys who make these games are the guys who add stuff onto the career mode and other things like that. Only time will tell if that statement is correct, but I will point it out when it does happen. But yeah, what's up, TW Gaming? Full name. What do you mean? My full name is there, like I am using my actual name. I'm not going to tell you my middle names, bro, what the hell? What a weird question. Right.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Yeah, look at the lack of tyre wear there from 4 laps. 5 if you count the out lap. Crazy. Face reveal. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, bro. You're not very funny. We have a severe lack of tyre wear. That is really good, but I wonder how the softs are going to feel. I wonder if they'll wear out at any decent rate, you know? Let's see what the pit entry is like. Yeah, this is going to be a very similar race to Monza, so I'm glad we're getting them both out of the way on the same day, more or less. Where's the pit entry line? Oh, it's there. That is a very confusing pit entry. That might be the most confusing pit entry we've done on the series so far. I didn't know where the line was. Ah, now that I remember though, in F123, if you had it on automatic, like, the car went really fucking quick into the pit lane, like, rapid. So, I have to remember that. We could probably make up quite a bit of time against the AI if we can time that, like, really well. I think he left the stream because I said he wasn't very funny. Oh well. Right, so we've got race strategy, fuel management, tyre management. Okay. Well, let's do tyre management first. Yeah, let's do tyre management first.
All clear the garage, please. Car's ready to leave.
And then we could do fuel management next. And so it eliminates the need to do FP3. There's like no need to do that at all. If we do fuel management and tyre management during this session, and then race strategy and FP2 as usual, we can just skip FP3 and go straight to qualifying. Well, tyre management should be really easy judging from the hards. There was like no tyre wear at all, so I'm not worried at all. Right, let's put that on hot lap.
Because temperature's so important for your tyres, cool down laps are now vital after a push lap so that we don't light up the rubber too much. Not to mention recharging the battery.
Okay. Keep telling me that every session, but okay. I'm gonna let Russell pass. He's clearly on a push lap, and that was kind of getting in his way. He absolutely blitzed past me though. Alright. So we're just going to push as usual just to see what the delta's looking like, or rather what the data is looking like. Why is it still in the green? You see that little blip then? What's going wrong? It's in the red, even though we've got barely any tyre wear at all. Well, on the mediums we do actually. 4% from one lap. But red? I don't see it. Should be a lot closer to purple, that. Right. We'll try and lift now going into some of these corners. Just to see how close we can really get it to purple. Right, that's purple.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Nice.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
That weren't too difficult at all. Right, let's go try this pit entry again. And then we're on to fuel management, which will more or less be the same story, to be honest. Just lifting and coasting. Oh, let's get a replay of that. Oh my god. Oh, wait. It looked like I drifted a little. It felt like I drifted a bit. Oh my god. Oh, I did hit it. Bro, what are these physics? What the fuck is that? Bro. Really made me pull out the goofy laugh with those physics. Oh my god. Jesus. That's going in the video. That's going in the review. Oh my god. That should have been a lost wheel. Okay. There's a lot more trial and error with that. Let's actually flashback Yeah, oh my god, you can really push the limit on that. Wow. Can we get a replay of that? Look at this. Just kind of drifted it round him a little bit. Very close to the wall and overtook him in the pits. That's crazy. That was cool. That was kind of cool. Yo, that might be my favourite pit entry. That's insane. That is insane. That's going to be really cool in the race to really, like, push the limit on that. Alright. So, yeah, time for fuel management. Uh-oh, oh, that was close. Almost used the race strategy ones, the FP2 ones by accident.
Testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Alright, I can't put it on hot lap neither. So I'm just saving fuel on this straight. It's basically a Monza situation again. This one actually should be even easier than the tyre management one. Because all we got to do is lift and coast, whereas on the tyre management we kind of have to manage the tyres a little bit. Man, this is easy.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Whew.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
And that is it for FP1, pretty much. Nope. I'm wanting to push the boundaries of that pit entry. Like, I want to really push it just to see how much time can actually be gained from that. Oh, okay, so it's a slow down, a little acceleration, and then slow down again. That's essentially what that is. That is cool. That is very, very cool. Oh, right. So that's us done with FP1 pretty much. Yeah, a lot of fuel saving, to be honest. Some purple sections, because obviously we coasted. Tyre management was pretty good. Right then. Let's retire from FP1 and move on.
And that's it. Practice is officially over.
Albon's decently close to us as well, only about 0.2 off, to be fair. Which is nice. He is a decent teammate. And if we could get a really good car next season, oh, can you imagine? Double Williams podiums. Mate. The scenes. We'd love that. We would absolutely love that. Okay. Let's go. Race strategy then. I'm not going to test the softs in practice because my test lap is usually lap 1 of Q1. So, it's fine, whatever. Right, race strategy. Let's go. Should we do a flying lap? Nah, we'll drive out. Oh, no. We'll do a flying lap. I don't care how much tyre wear's on because we're wanting to push it to its limit for race strategy. But it seemed pretty good from the 2 practice sessions, practice programs we did
give us some good
in FP1 anyway.
Please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Right, okay. Usually I'd put it in hot lap, but we're going to keep it in medium. Because I don't want there to be any inconsistencies. I like to think when we skip P3, sorry, when we skip FP3, I like to think that a reserve driver's just taking our car for that session. Mate, it'd be really cool to have a reserve driver, like, mechanic for the career modes. So, like, you're training a young driver or whatever, like they do in real life, obviously. So, like, that'd be really cool. And then, like, being able to sign them up as well. You could do that in F1 Manager, can't you? I really wish you could do it in this game. I think that would be such a cool feature. Because I know in F1 Manager 23, you could sign, like, Daniel Ricciardo, even though he was not on the grid. He was the Red Bull third driver when that game came out. I'm going to get that game at some point. I know I could get 24, which is cheaper, obviously. That was a very lucky corner then. I've got itchy side of my head here. There we go. Yeah, I know it would be better to get F1 Manager 24, but I want 23, because that season is quite special to me. Plus, you'll have reserve drivers like Liam Lawson and that you'll still be able to sign. That's why going back to F1 23 would be really cool, because you still got Drugovic, Pourchaire, Lawson, Piastri's still there. Whereas Pourchaire and Lawson, they're not in the game anymore, unfortunately. And Drugovic as well. They're just not in the game. Even though, well, I know Pourchaire isn't anywhere, but Lawson's a reserve driver for Red Bull and VCarb, and Drugovic is the reserve driver for Aston Martin, you know? It'd be really cool to still be able to sign those drivers. I don't know why they just get removed. It would be so easy just to leave them there. You've got the character models there still. You know, it's not as if like it's difficult for you to do or whatever. Well, they're taking up space. Not a good first corner, but we catch up real quick, so it's okay. I can't wait to add Portimao back to the calendar, because that's still in the game, isn't it? So, that's genuinely one of my favourite tracks to play in the F1 game. When was the last time that was even on the calendar? Like the proper one, real life, like 2020? Crazy. Such a cool track though. It was definitely one of my favourites to do in F1 23. Even though it was a little broken, there was this massive bump on the main straight that never got patched. But I've driven it a couple of times on 24. I've not ran into that issue just yet, so I think they properly fixed that for this game. Alright, Ricardo doesn't impede me. I think he will though, because we're easily quicker than him in the corners. Pretty good overtake. The car feels really, really good around here. Baku actually feels good this year. I didn't like it in F123. There were very few tracks that I disliked in F123, but Baku was definitely one of them. I don't even think we ever pulled a win in Baku in F123. Like, we were able to conquer Jeddah eventually, but never Baku. We never got a win here in the career mode, so... I wonder... I think we could definitely end up getting one in this game. Maybe even this episode. If not this episode, definitely in future. Because that corner was, like, awful in F123. You really had to slow down the car. Then again, I'm talking maxed out MyTeam cars here. They were just awful in general. Especially since you only got, like, 4 brake upgrades throughout the entirety of that mode. You know, it got really lopsided, because... especially when there was, like, no regulations for powertrain, we got really unlucky with it. And we had just had a maxed out powertrain and everything else was just lacking. It was awful. Those Season 4 regulations were awful. But that is pretty much us done with the race strategy program. Hey, what's up, Samar?
And that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I love how we're already seeming to go quicker than our Delta. That's crazy.
This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
We're not really losing too much pace, or maybe we just gained so much pace because we actually had a good turn 1 for once. A lot of the time I don't get that turn 1 correct. This is definitely causing a lot of wear to the energy store, just having so much saved up. Definitely got to make sure to spend it during qualifying. That pit entry is easy, and we can gain a lot of time through that, I bet. Whew. Not one failure of that so far. Say that, we didn't really have many failures of it in Monza, and then we had the one failure in the race that forced me to flashback. 5 people watching, what's up? We're just about to get into qualifying, so you joined at the right time. Okay, so lap 3 was our quickest. But that's mainly because I think we had the DRS off of Ricardo, I think? Not DRS, Slipstream. I don't know. Or was that lap 4?
And if today's practice is anything
Oh,
to
wow.
go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Lance Stroll, topping another practice session. It wasn't that long ago that he did that last time. I said that was what? Zandvoort, I think? 3 people watching, what's up? Alright, we've got quick practice to do. But, yeah, I'm not doing FP3. Because we got all the R&D points that we wanted. And I'm not going to spend any of it because we're waiting for new regulations. So if Albon wants to spend it, he's a dickhead. But whatever. I'm going to be focusing on adapting parts when that time comes. Alright. Baku City Circuit. Don't get lost and don't get caught out in the castle section. One of the difficulties of Baku is the deceptive runoff, so make sure you keep your eyes focused on your braking points. Alright. Time for qualifying.
And a warm welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
I don't actually think they've improved how Baku looks. I think they've just improved the camera angles. I remember Baku being particularly awkward with the camera angles in F1 23. So maybe it's a mix of me now being on current gen and the camera angles definitely being improved. Like, that's 100%. Baku, they definitely have better presentation for Baku this year, for sure. Because it looks gorgeous in this game. Absolutely gorgeous. Right.
Okay, engines fired up, we're set.
Our first quali lap of Baku. Let's do it. Gonna let Russell get ahead of me, of course. So this might go the way of Monza, where we set a good enough lap to just make it out of Q1 instantly. But I mean, even without Monza, that's usually how it goes. Our car easily gets out of Q1 now. It's Q2 where it's a little bit more difficult. So chances are we're probably gonna have to set one lap in this session, and that'll be enough, but we'll see. Alright, we've got hot lap on, yes we do. And it begins. Oh, hit the wall. Really pushing the limits on this lap. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. However, I think I spent a bit too much ERS at the start because it left barely anything for us to work with at the end. So we might have to run that back. However, we are just a bit quicker than Albon. So maybe it's a good representation of where we're at. I don't know. But let's have a look where we end up if I skip ahead. I reckon we'd be fine. I don't think we'll have to set another lap. I really hope not. So I'm going to take the risk and skip through. Albon's gone out to set another one. He doesn't feel safe. I'm taking the risk. Albon's gone quicker than me, but yeah, we've only swapped. So yeah, easily made it through. But who didn't? Both Alpines, the Saubers, and Danny Rick. Tsunoda once again outperforms Ricciardo. Alright, yeah, that was easy. So Q2 is next, and we've got the pace to make it to Q3 very easily. I just need to clean up the lap a little bit, or at least clean up the beginning of the lap. So, let's see what we could do in Q2. Bit of tyre wear on the rears, it's fine. Right, let's see what we could do from here then. Let's not use any ERS at the start of this lap. Ah, fuck it. There we go. Use a little bit. Fuck. Right, got a lot more to work with. struggling on having enough towards the end of the lap. We did have to spend a little bit more because I did make a mistake and wanted to spend a bit to make up for it, but I feel like we could definitely do better still, to be honest. Albon's a little further off of us, so we were definitely quicker that time, for sure. But there's nearly a second to be found, you know? And we should be like around the pace of Alonso, for sure. So definitely need to do some improvement there. So I'm gonna set another lap for absolutely sure. All right, if we get eliminated out of Q2, that's fine as long as we're like P11 or P12, somewhere where we can still fight for points. And I mean, we just came from a victory in Monza, so Baku's not that different. So we should be doing well here still. And it might come down to how much we've got at the beginning of the lap, because to be fair, we are starting the lap with only like... We did only start that lap with like 90%, or was it even 80%? I don't know, but we should probably watch how much we're spending on the out lap. Hulkenberg's doing really well. He had a quicker lap than Sainz. Right, that's better. Whoa. Always making a little mistake. Still a really good lap though so far. Alright, a lot more batteries saved up now. And we're going to absolutely burn it on this straight. Oh, monster lap from us then. Quickest sector 3 as well. And that is a P3 in Q2. So that should be enough to get us through to Q3. Right? That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, did Albon not go out and set another lap? That's awful for him. He did. But it was, oh, he got impeded, or that's a glitch. Either got, yeah, that's a glitch. So Albon's got glitched. Because you don't take 284 seconds to get through fucking Sector 3. Unless he crashed out, but I highly doubt it. Let's have a look at everybody else. Everybody else was slower anyway, but Albon's the only one who seemingly got glitched, which I don't think is fair. Hulkenberg got a P11 though, which is quite impressive. But yeah, Albon got glitched. That's not right. That's sad, that. Alright, whatever. We got 2 tyres to work with for Q3. Let's see what we could do. Alright, let's go. Ah, bit of a drift out there through the castle section. That wasn't any good. It's a shame. The lap was going perfectly as well. I mean, it probably didn't cost as much time as it felt, but I felt like we were having a perfect lap then. Okay, not that far off Norris, to be fair, so that felt good, I suppose. P8 though, so it wasn't that good. Ahead of Alonso though, so it was good. Alonso's the guy we need to beat in terms of getting Williams into P4 in the Constructors, so... Alright. I'm going to wait for everybody else to go out. And then go out on fresh softs. Come on, let's go. Alonso's not gone out. And I'm just double checking whether or not we are on fresh softs. I don't know why I had overtake on. I don't think Alonso is setting another lap. I think he might have used all his sets, which is a huge advantage towards us. Like, that means we're going to finish ahead of him by default, as of this point anyway. It's cooled down a bit, so there might not be as much track evolution neither, because it has gotten darker. Hey, what's up, Apex Pro? Sorry, a bit late. It's alright, you're in time for Q3, our final lap of Q3. Alright, let's do this. What engine you got? Well, I'm in Williams, aren't I? So, Mercedes. Yeah, definitely some track evolution going on with the weather because we have lost time. I mean, I'll keep trying to push it, but I don't think we're going to improve because of the weather conditions. It's just getting slower and slower. There's less grip. There's a lot less grip because it ain't as sunny anymore. So the track temps, the tyre temps, they're a lot lower. The castle section was a lot quicker, so we might still improve yet. It's going to be close. Verstappen goes quicker, oh my god. You gonna do another race weekend after this one? Nah, I try not to do more than one per episode. Yeah, we're not improving. Oh, hold on. Ah. Yeah, I don't know if the weather affects the AI, at least like in terms of temperatures, but yeah, there was no way we were going to improve. P8 though, that's not bad. P8's not bad at all.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
So Verstappen on pole. By quite a bit as well, by 2/10. I wonder if he got a slipstream off someone. Alright. Yeah, and even if I wanted to, you know, good points for Williams, not gonna lie. Bro, I'm P2 in the standings. P8's nothing, and we're not finishing here. In real life, yeah, for sure. I think we got P8 in Monaco, didn't we? So it was a decent haul of points. You know how I usually advise caution on lap 1, no heroics, don't damage the car, some stupid pun about carbon fibre? Well, I've been thinking maybe we should go for some heroics this time. Sometimes it's good to mix things up with a bit of aggression, you know what I mean? Let's get in those gaps and make sure the rest of the field knows you're no pushover. Give me 100% and have a great race. 18 laps of Baku City coming up. But yeah, even if I wanted to do another race weekend, I just simply don't have the time for it. I need to have a shave, a bath, and yeah, get good enough sleep for tomorrow because I got work. So we'll probably not do a career mode episode tomorrow. That's why I'm doing a second one right now, so then I can get Sly Cooper finished tomorrow. So yeah, it'd be good to not play F1 for once. I've been playing nothing but F1 lately. You know, like at least on my PlayStation 5 anyway, so it'd be nice to have just a little break off of it for a bit. But yeah, the next episode will likely be Saturday.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Russell, Norris, the rookie, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg.
It's good to have Alonso behind us.
Tsunoda, Albon.
Albon's pretty close to Stroll as well, like right behind him.
Gasly,
So
Bottas.
maybe there's a good chance for Albon to get something.
Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot.
I don't think it's fair that Albon got
Each of
glitched.
these talented drivers will come out on top today.
248 seconds in Sector 3. Like, nah, that's a
Riding
glitch.
into our commentary box to join us today,
Albon's got some hidden pace, I
the
promise.
legend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, you know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Mediums to hards. Okay, so it looks like we're not going on the softs. And I don't think we have a spare set of softs regardless. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's fair. I'm fine with mediums to hards. Same strategy as Monza. It worked before. It worked there. It'll probably work here. And the hards felt pretty good anyway. So, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm comfortable on these tyres. Norris is starting on the hard, so maybe we could get a good start compared to him and immediately... To be fair, we are starting on the inside as well, so there could be a move there.
Map is good.
Oh my god, that was scary.
So go into each one when you can.
Let me flash back, just in case we took some damage. Just in case we took damage.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Can you not? I'm trying to go through all my gears. Oh, fuck off, Norris, dickhead. This AI is fucking weird, bro. So weird. Yeah, it's a pretty sunny day here in Baku, so we might not have to worry about tyre temps as much.
Rainfall expected today. We think it'll stay dry.
Oh yeah, I mean, have you seen the weather? What do you mean you think? Right, those tyres are not warming up any more than they already have. But I do want to aim a little bit towards the right so we can maybe cut off Norris.
Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out.
But if Russell has a bad start, then that's out the window.
As soon as the grid is formed, be ready with a clutch.
Okay. Russell had a good start. Bit of collision with Norris there. Fucking hell! Right. Jesus. Whose fault was that then? Because I don't think that were mine. I think Hamilton made a move. Yeah, that's Hamilton's fault, that. Jesus. Is that my fault? Could I have given a bit more? I think I could have given a bit more space. Yeah, okay, we'll flashback that. I would have kept it if it weren't my fault, but yeah, that's clearly my fault. And look at that, both Hamilton and Norris overtook me. That's just lovely. So my little strategy at the beginning has gone completely out the window. Three wide into this corner. Right, we're just gonna restart. Mate, that's 2 fucking race restarts in a row. We had that in Monza as well. Maybe I just need to stop trying to take risks at the start. Norris has a bad start though, we've beaten him off the line, and let's just try and settle behind Russell here. There's Norris, looks to pressure us down the outside there. Wow, look at the speed Norris has. I think he just got the slipstream. Oh! Norris is not letting go of that position. He might have to back off here though. And he does. Okay. That was very hard fought, but we've got the P7. And now we just settle behind George Russell.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
We're pulling on Russell here. Let's use a bit of overtake.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
It's getting a bit rough here in Baku. Oh, there we go though. Hamilton overtook Norris. One of the Aston Martins overtook Norris as well. So Norris isn't doing very good. But we're in P6. Following now Oscar Piastri. Chop that down to medium. Just to save a little bit. Fuck's sake, Geordie. Right, no more flashbacks. No more flashbacks, no more restarts. If I fuck up, fuck me. I've never been so clumsy than today. It doesn't help that I'm in cockpit camera as well and can't really see where my wing is, to be honest. If I was on the onboard cam, we wouldn't have any of these issues. I'll turn the onboard cam on in Season 2 onwards, but I like being in first person for the first season of a driver career mode. We need to get past Piastri ASAP, because he's on slower tyres. We should have DRS, right? Yes, okay, here we go.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it.
You gave me a bit of a fight, you did. Okay, so the guys ahead are going to be quite difficult to catch up with, as they've started a bit of a gap. So the best thing to do is kind of try our best to catch up, but it looks as though the pit stops are going to help the most. And that's if, like, you know, our pit crew actually does the pit stop right. In Monza they did, so we got lucky there, but in other times they've just not done well. Bad thing about this is Piastri's going to get DRS down the main straight. And I'm just not ready for that. I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to go on hard tyres, because once we drop him, if we're able to drop him, he's in a lot of trouble. Alright, putting that on medium actually saves a lot, just like the Monza straight.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.6 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 4.8 seconds.
What position is he in there?
Drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most
Shut
of it.
up.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.
Awesome fighting going on ahead.
They're on fresh mediums. They're in 13th place. Time last lap, 1 minute 43.2.
Lots of fighting going on ahead between Perez and Sainz, it looks like. Leclerc leads. We're about to drop Piastri out of DRS. We're inches away from Perez. I don't think we're going to get him on this lap though. At least get within DRS on this lap, so that we'll have to wait. But Piastri's been dropped out of DRS, which means he'll have to focus on Russell. Bit more fighting going on between the two cars up ahead, which is great news for us. And we are now within DRS as Perez and Sainz are still fighting. Side by side through the Baku city streets. This is really good news for us.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I don't know, mate. I'm trying to save it for the main straight. What are we putting? Lap 8. Okay. Alright, let's put overtake on. I think tyre wear might be starting to set in a little bit because Piastri's caught up.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
It's going to be a bit difficult as Sainz... Oh, okay, he's saving his DRS clearly. Never mind. Started harvesting at probably the worst possible time. As we now look to chase down Perez. Verstappen and Leclerc, they're a bit further ahead. I'm not sure if we'll be able to catch up to them, but the podium is looking on. Oh, that was close. That was scary. Oh, Perez! Wow, that was scary.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
I thought he was going to whack into me then. Leclerc's got quite the lead. He's on the warpath after Monza. The absolute warpath. 3 seconds ahead is Leclerc. Wow. We're starting to slide a little bit into some of these corners, which is very indicative of the tyre wear on the rear compared to the front.
Okay, mate, we want to make sure we're saving some ERS, so let's try and charge it up now.
Right, so when I save it, you're like, oh, let's use overtake. And when I don't save it, oh, you gotta charge it up. Like, fuck off.
Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work.
Lost a bit of time to Verstappen doing that, but it's fine. Our pit lap is next lap. I think,
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
and we're going to undercut, because, yeah, we need to make up that time, especially to Leclerc, but I got to stop doing that. Why did I do that again? Yeah, we really need to make up that time. Alright, on to the hards. This needs to be a good stop, guys.